Yo, what's going on, man? This is your boy, Super Mario, man. You in the yo with your boy, man. Today we're going to talk about a new plugin that dropped on the SSL native bundle, man, and that is X-Delay. This particular delay is pretty unique. You know what I'm saying? Most people say, oh, it's just another delay. And you could say, you can argue that, yeah, it's another delay. But of course, it's from SSL, man. So we have to talk about it, man, because SSL ain't no punks in the plugin industry or whatnot, and they really do make some good products or whatnot. So the X-Delay is a 80s type of vibe, type of delay, you know what I'm saying, giving you a big sound when it comes to delays or whatnot. You get 4 digital delays that comes into this processor or whatnot. That way you can kind of shape and scope your delay desired signal, so to speak, or whatnot, man. So we're gonna just kind of play around with all the different features and controls of this particular delay and see if it's worth the grab. And for you to subscribe on the SSL native bundle, hey, I use the native bundle and I love it, to be honest with you. I can't work without it. And you know what I'm saying, it's becoming a main staple in my mixing. So hey, man, I'm just gonna share the knowledge and share the wealth, man. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ableton Live. But before we do though, hey, you know how to work that YouTube app, man. Go ahead and give me a like on this video and also subscribe to this channel for all the content at your pleasures and stuff like that. We try to make sure that you get up to date on certain things and whatnot, man. So I appreciate your support, checking out this video and also coming on this channel, man. Salutes to you, man. Now let's head over to Ableton Live right now, man. All right, cool deal, man. So the instrument that we have up for demonstrations is going to be Heat Up 3. We're going to be utilizing the newly added expansion from Heat Up 3, the Maybach expansion or whatnot, man. And we're going to be using the key patch Magnificent. I love this patch right here, man. It sounds really, really good. Let me play a little something real quick. All right, so that's the patch right there we'll be working with for as the demo is concerned. Now, the plugin of the day is SSL X-Delay. Here it is, folks, right here, man. So I love the color scheme. You know, you're probably looking at my camera and you're like, oh, okay, hence the green, stuff like that, man. So again, you know what I'm saying, just looking at the plugin, love the GUI of it, very easy on the eyes. What I love about SSL plugins is this gray finish that they have on their GUI. It's definitely easy on the eyes and very easy to read the controls as well. Now, of course, you see right here, you have a tempo section right here, and you have a multi section, which is basically you can kind of double the time for all your delays that are right below and stuff like that. So you can kind of you can double all the delay times simultaneously or half of them or whatever the case may be. So you see it on this one value. If you bring it down, you can halfen it right there, or you can bring it up just to double it and get it a little bit faster or whatnot at about 1.5. You'll see right there, and that will again adjust all the timing for all 4 delays, whichever one you have enabled as well. You see right here, I don't know if you can see it, but very faintly in between the host and the multi button, you have a tap tempo section where you can actually tap it with your left click mouse, tap whatever delay it's in. But we're syncing to the host. If you want to get out of that, you just hit unhost and you'll see that the host button does not or is not green, and then you can tap your delay in and such and so much. If you want to go back to the host tempo, you just click on host and bam, there it is. And for the slow people out there, you know what I'm saying, my apologies, but hey, you know, the host is going to be your DAW, you know what I'm saying? So our DAW right now, we're in 131. So if we turn that metronome on, that is our tempo, and that is what the delay will be dependent on far as how it will ring out these delays and stuff like that. Now, as you can see, you know what I'm saying, we got 4 independent delay engines or whatnot. Okay, so these engines are independently, you can control them independently I don't think there is a link button, so you're definitely gonna have to put in some work on these delays. You can turn them on and off independently. You can turn them on there, turn this one on. You can have this one on if you want to have the two middle on, you know what I'm saying, just to keep your workflow popping, you know what I'm saying. You can definitely do that. Okay, so that are your on and off buttons. Right now we have them off, and right next to the power button you will see a sync button, and that determines what color mode of delay that you'll be working in. So if you're not in sync mode, do be mindful that it will be red and you will be operating in milliseconds for your delay time. Now the max milliseconds delay time you have is up to 2000 milliseconds, aka 2 seconds worth of delay time for each you know, saying delay module, as you can see here. So that is pretty impressive, you know what I'm saying, because most of these digital delays, they don't like to give you no more than a second and a half, which is 1.5 or 1500 milliseconds. So they're giving you pretty good time to go ahead and and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying. All right, cool deal. But when you put it on sync mode, you go back to the noted time value that you have. Okay, and you'll notice right here underneath the power button right there, that will be your indication of what particular delay mode you'll be working in. Okay, either in sync or not in sync, and you'll be working off of milliseconds. All right, and this level button is kind of like, I'm not gonna say it's a mix knob, but it's how much of delay that you're giving this overall plugin. Okay, so right now we're maxed out at 100, you know what I'm saying, but we can bring all of these down to 0, and you know what I'm saying, we can start inching the amount of delay we want on that particular signal that we're affecting. Okay, and then right underneath the level, you have these different delay types. Okay, so right now we're not in ping pong mode, we're just in standard delay mode, and you can pan this delay left, or you can pan it right, you know what I'm saying, which is pretty doggone cool. Okay, and you can even type the value in. So if I want to put 23, it's basically gonna put 23 to the right. If I put let's say for instance negative 23, hit enter, and negative 23 will be for the left. So that is pretty cool. You can nudge it with these up and down arrows, and that's also wanted on the level of how much delay you'll add, and it goes into 10% increments. And the timing is also in note value increments, and if we put this on milliseconds, the up and down arrow will move it by a tenth of a millisecond, so every 10th value and stuff like that. So you'll see it's going 1870, 1860, 1850, and so forth and so on. So that is pretty cool right there, man. So we're gonna go ahead and default that back to center there. All right, let's get closer there. All right, there we go. All right, bam, there we go. All right, so like I said, you know what I'm saying, you're in standard delay mode, but when you put, or excuse me, delay type, okay, just a regular delay type, you know what I'm saying, but when you do the ping pong, you know what I'm saying, you will get that bing bong, bing bong, bing bong in your left and your right ear. So that's basically what ping pong is. It's kind of like you hit a signal, delayed signal in your left ear, and then it'll bounce to your right ear, and so forth and so forth on. And so it'll be like a bing bong, bing bong, bing bong type of situation, going from left to right, left to right, left to right, and stuff like that. So that is the main delay engines that you see right there. You got 4 of them. You can turn them on and off. We got them off right now. Let's talk about this bottom section right here. You got an input gain knob right here. You got a modulation right here, so you can add modulation to your delay signal. You have a saturation knob right here, which is pretty handy. You can get some really strong delays out of there, get a little girth out of there, get a little raspy on that delay with the saturation. Diffuse is really unique because it'll make the delay a little bit bigger, a little bit bolder, giving you a really big sound. It's hard to explain. It almost sounds like it's giving saturation, but it's not. It really does something to that delay to make it really big, and you'll hear that in the demonstration. And of course, you have de-essing. So if you have any high frequency signal, whether it be like a flute or something like a lead sound that's a little bit too something like that, you can delay that sound as well. This is the freeze and kill function right here, what I was telling you about. So if you're doing like a hey, 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 it'll keep it right there. So when it hit a delay point, it'll go until you let off the freeze function and also kill. You can just basically cut the delay as well, man. We got a feedback knob, so it'll give you how much of that delay is going to keep on going and 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 going. That's feedback right there, folks. All right, cool deal. And then you have these SSL high pass and low pass filters that SSL is famous for. And then you have a width knob. So if you need to get a little bit more wider on your delays, just to give it a little bit more stereo spread, just a little bit more, you can take advantage of that width knob as well. And of course, you have a dry wet mix knob if you have this on a channel insert. Right now, I have it on a return track in Ableton Live. And of course, you have an output gain knob to do all of your gain staging at your leisure. So hey, let's get at it and let's have some fun with this delay, kind of play around with some things, do a live demonstration. We will be playing on this particular keyboard. Let's get at it, man. All right, cool deal. So we have this on a return track C in Ableton Live. We're gonna pull up that instrument and let's kind of browse through the presets right here, man. We can do this manually all day and kind of play around, but we just want to hear what the delay is doing, and then we'll fumble around with some of the manual knobs and stuff like that. All right, so we're if you look at the presets, you know what I'm saying, or the default preset section or whatnot, you can load custom made presets that you create on your own. You can save these presets, save them as defaults, revert the changes, which is kind of like an undo, and then you can copy what you create. Let's say, for instance, we're on plugin type A, for example, the A section. If you want to copy what you did on A to B to kind of make some changes, some minute changes, and you want to switch from A to B, B to A or whatnot, and you can see how the colors are changing for what I changed from the default preset, then you can kind of A/B, you know what I'm saying, your changes on the delay as well. Going back to the preset section, of course, you have your default preset, and then you have two different sections. You have a return effects section, which is for your return tracks or your auxiliary tracks that you will be sending the signal to the return track to hear the delay, or you have presets that are specifically made to be on the instrument itself. I would not recommend that. Sometimes it depends on what you're doing, especially if you're doing sound design, then channel insert effects will be awesome. But if you're doing mixing and, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to spread that particular delay sound or across all of your tracks, so let's say you dial in the perfect delay that'll work pretty generally on more than one track, then I will probably use return effects and put the delay on a return track or auxiliary track and send that signal, whatever tracks, send that signal to that return track in order to hear the delay. All right, cool. So let's go to this first one I saw that kind of caught my eye. It's called Crazy Eights. We'll check out Crazy Eights. Let's play something here. All right, I'm gonna bring that up just a little bit. You see right here, we gotta send. We're gonna start playing something here, and we're gonna just start go ahead and sending, and here's some delay. You see, we got some signal coming in. All right, so the thing that we gotta also pay attention to when we're working with return effects, whether it be a reverb, delay, or anything else you have on your returns, make sure your dry wet mix knob is all the way wet, 100%. Get that thing wet, you know what I'm saying? Because you pushing P, you know what I'm saying? You got to be pushing P, you know what I'm saying, and make that thing all the way wet, you feel what I'm saying? So y'all forgive me, man, but make sure your dry wet mix knob is 100%. All right, cool deal. So we got a little signal coming through, so let's play a little riff or whatnot and see how this Crazy 8 preset on the return effects category sounds. All right, cool. It's not too crazy, you know what I'm saying? Not too crazy on that delay, real mild and everything like that, but you could definitely hear it. Now, if we bring this return or the send level at 100%, let's see what we get. So those 8-note delays are real subtle. You can see here, the only one is on is this one delay engine right here, and they have it at 50%, 100% wet. So that's basically how it sounds at 50%. Not too much, not too fancy. All right, let's go down and let's pick another preset here. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's do Shimmer Me Timbers. All right, let's check this out. This preset. Whoa. All right now. And my PCU has spiked up tremendously or whatnot. And we got all 4 delay engines on. And right now with one instrument, which is the Heater 3 and this delay, I'm on a quad core processor. And right now when I play those notes, it maxed out at about 42%. So with all 4 of your delays on, be aware that your PC processor may start humming and turning and churning. All right, so we're gonna play something here real quick. All right, so that's at 100% on the send level. Let's get at about doggone halfway there. All right, let's get halfway on that send level. That's much beautiful right there. Yeah, I like that right there. So we have some really big delays, definitely giving you a 80s ballad type of sound, which I really like, man. I really like that, man. So let's check out some more delays here. We have a simple slapback, man. Let's check this out. So we only have one delay engine here. Let's see what this is working with. Now we're not hearing that much because it's a slapback delay, very short time, 60 milliseconds at 50 at a halfway point for us, what you will hear on the delay or whatnot. So let's feed it everything we got on this signal all the way 100% going to the return track and see how that sounds now. All right, let's get some manual stuff done. So let's say that's not enough delay for you. Let's move the level up to about 75% and see if we get any more drastic change. Start hearing a little bit more of that slapback. All right, so let's give it a little bit more time. Let's do 60 times 3 is 240. So let's go to 240 something milliseconds. And right there, about 241.52 milliseconds. So let's see how that sounds now. All right, let's back off on the send level. Put that at about 50%. All right, it kind of disappeared there. Let's go about 75%. And you can hear it right there. All right, cool, man. So, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty straightforward, you know what I'm saying? Very intuitive. Nothing hard about it. And the controls are very, man, whoever does this, look, let me tell you something. Whoever does the graphic user interface designs for SSL needs an award, man, because they have some beautiful controls, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. They look very realistic. I can just imagine how that looks on a Mac Retina screen, man. That's probably beautiful. All right, cool. We're gonna keep going and checking out some more presets here. Let's go to Sweet 16. Let's see what this is working with. We only got one delay engine, so let's see what this is playing with. We're at 75% on the send level. Let's go. We ain't getting too much action out of that. So let's bring that 100% level. Let's give it all we got with that delay and see what happens now. So it's very, very minimalistic delay because we're in 1/16 note value. Let's bring that down to about a quarter note value there and see what we get now. There we go. All right, now let's give it a little bit of feedback. The feedback knob is right here in the middle. Let's bump that up to about 45% and see what we get. Yeah, you hear that feedback. All right, cool deal. So all right, cool deal, man. So yeah. So that's the feedback control. Now, we kind of went through some of those presets. I don't want to bore you too longer with this video right here. So what we're gonna do is let's go and choose one more preset, and we're gonna just gonna mess it up. So this is nighttime. I'm recording this video, so we're gonna choose the G night or good night preset. I like that name though, G night. All right, cool. So we got 4 delays going on or whatnot. Let's see how this sounds. All right. Oh, that's yummy right there. I like that. Ooh, that's silky. Ooh, yeah. Man, that's silky. All right, so let's say I wanted to. Ooh, I love that feedback, man. That is nice right there. So let's say I wanted to make something bounce a little bit more. So I'm gonna play process of elimination. Let's freeze. You hear that? So we just freeze the delay and it caught the feedback. So now that boom, 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 boom. And that's kind of like a build up when let's say you're doing some EDM. Turn it off. And you can automate that in your DAW. So that's pretty cool right there. Now let's see what kill does. So the kill actually kills the delay. You don't hear anything. So I was right in the beginning. All right, hit that off. You can see it right there, man. All right, so we got a lot of feedback. We're going to take down that feedback. All right, cool deal. So we took the feedback off. Oh, that's pretty cool. We got a lot of ping pong going on. Now, let's say I wanted to add some saturation to get that real dirty. All right, we're going to add a little bit of that saturation, that red knob that SSL is famous for. We're going to get real dirty on here. Let's check this out. All right, you can see how that delay is a little bit more pronunciated. Let's bring it down to 0. All right, it's going to get dirty right back here. Yeah, it's just kind of dirtying up the signal just a little bit. Now we got some modulation going on. We're going to bring that modulation down at 0. Okay, so it's not a modulated system. A modulated signal. Let's bring it back to its original state. That's at 100% modulation. And you can hear that modulation going on. So modulation, basically what it does is you can hear that it's kind of like a LFO situation going on. And it's kind of like doing this whoa, 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 whoa. And when we bring it back to 0, kind of like a straightforward note. Okay. All right. So that's the modulation. That's what that does. Now you got diffuse on to the max, and I'm glad they did this on this particular preset because you're hearing it with diffuse on at the max. Let's take diffuse off, and you're gonna see how small and puny the delay is. Oh, I lost a lot of definition there. Sounds like a whole different preset. Bring diffusion back. Ooh. It's almost like it's insinuating or you know what I'm saying, really bringing out the release of the delay or whatever the case may be. They have de-essing on. I don't even know why, but let me see what the difference is. Ah, you hear that top end of the signal of the delay signal? You hear that on that high note? You hear that tail of the delay? See how airy it is? Bring it back to de-esser was on 100%. Check this out. Real smooth. So the de-esser really is it definitely has a major part in the delay sound. That's what's up. That's what's up. Now we already talked about the feedback knob. We already kind of explained what the freeze does. I love that freeze knob. Man, that is awesome right there. Now we have the high pass and low pass filters. We all should know how to work that. You know what I'm saying? You can basically kind of get your particular sound. So you kind of like roll off some of those high end. And you can hear that low end right there if you want to clean it up. You can definitely clean up your low end. All right, now we got the mix knob. We should already know how to work a dry wet mix knob. We all should know how to work an output gain knob and stuff like that. Let's talk about this width knob. So we already kind of got like a wide sound here. All right, now let's widen that about 150% and see what we get here. Ooh. Yeah, that I hear it in the headphones. That bad boy got wide. Let's take it to 200% just for the sake of it. Woo! Woo! All right, so yeah, that width knob is working. It is a beast or whatnot, man. One more thing we got to take a look at is this multi section right here. So let's say, for instance, we're going off the host. We're gonna take off host. Bring that all the way down. So we had like 20 BPM, and you can see when you take it off a host that you control the timing of the delay. Okay, so we're gonna put it back on the DAW tempo, and then we have this mode button right here. I call it a mode button, but we have this multi button right here. And if you want to kind of speed your delay up with, and again control all of your delay engines here, you can bring it down. So when you bring it down, it's going to make it a little bit faster. If you bring it up, it's going to make it a little bit slower. So you can hear that delay, right? Let's bring it down to about 0.5 here. See how fast that delay got? Let's go down to 0.5 is the fastest you can go. Let's go up to, okay, so going up is at 2. And you see that the delay got longer and slower. So if you need to do any adjustments far as like whatever you dialed in is not on point and stuff like that, you can definitely adjust this little multi section right here, which is kind of like an offset slider knob type of situation that you will find most in the delay plugins as well, or whatnot. So and then we have the tempo function right here. So let's say, for instance, I was so we just tapped that tempo in what I was beatboxing with my mouth or whatnot. So that's a good, useful function as well if you need to tap a delay in to match whatever it is that you're doing in your DAW, man. So overall, man, this plugin is really, really cool. It's just not a standard delay where you just get timing of the amount of delay and then the type of delay for as regular delay, ping pong, and then you can pan it or whatnot. You get 4 of those. So you just multiply them up or whatnot, man, and you really get kind of like an 80s vibe to it. So really digital, really current, nothing really vintage about it. Is just straight up delay. You get 4 delay engines and boatloads of features and controls that you can utilize here at the bottom, whatnot. So overall, man, this is a pretty good plugin, and you know, saying I definitely will be messing with it and incorporating it into my my mixes or whatnot, because I've been looking for a new breath and fresh air of delay. The delay that I use the most. Can't talk there for a second. All right. So this is the delay I use, and it's pretty good. It kind of gives me that these two kind of give me the same type of vibes or whatnot. This sounds a little bit more vintager whatnot for us to sound, but they also have the same type of controls, the same type of sound, the same type of delay engine or whatnot. Now the fallback with this one is like this right here. If you were to take it off of the timing situation, if you want to make your max timing like a long delay, the more you can do is 1,000 milliseconds. This one is basically 2,000 milliseconds. So they kind of work the same way for us to sound, in my opinion. But I think the X-Delay from SSL gives you a little bit more time that you can play with. So if you're trying to dial in a delay right here, and it's just not enough time that you need to get that long delay, then you might want to pull out the X-Delay there. And not to mention, this is only a single engine delay, whereas this SSL X-Delay is 4 of them right there, man. So quadruple the delay, so you can play this Maybach music, piano and stuff like that, man. So we're gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in to this video right here, checking out SSL X-Delay, man. Make sure you go get it on SSL's website. Check out their native bundle and stuff like that. It's a subscription that you can get where you can get all of their plugins, all of their native plugins for $14.99. I am not getting paid from this, no sirree. I'm just showing love for things that work for my workflow and my music as well, man. And you can get it too, man. So go on, head over there to SSL, check them out, and see what they're working with, man. Stuff like that. Until next time, man, I appreciate you checking out this video. Go on ahead, do me a favor, man. Hit that like button on this channel, man. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe here, man. You know how to work that YouTube app, and I appreciate you tuning in, man. Until next time, man, this is In the Yo with your boy, Super Mario, man. We out of here, man. Peace.